Today, I want to handle a problem on factorization of quadratic equation. Now, I want to solve a problem of factorization using the method of factorization by grouping. Like I said in my previous video, that there are four methods by which we can solve a quadratic equation. One is factorization by grouping. Second one is by completing the square method. The third one is by using the quadratic formula. And the fourth one is by using graphic method. Today I want to use factorization by grouping to solve some problems. Let's go. Example 1, let's take this question. Factorize x squared plus 3x plus 2 equals 0. This is a quadratic expression. Now looking at this, we have to look at the middle term. Now look for any two factors of the middle term, coefficient of x, which when you add or subtract will give you 3. Then when you multiply will give you 2. So what are the two numbers? I think 2 and 1. If I add 2 plus 1 to give me 3. 2 multiplied by 1 to give me 2. So I'm using 2 and 2 to replace this. Solution. So we have x squared plus, so I'm replacing this, but let me bring out the question first, then I will solve. Let me not solve into the question. So I have x squared plus 2x plus x. That is 1. I'm using 1 and the 2. The coefficient of x here is 1 and the coefficient of x here is 2. Plus 2 is equal to 0. So I've used this to replace this. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is to group. Let me group this. I'm going to regroup. Now, if I regroup this, I might as well have x squared plus x plus 2x plus 2 equals 0. Now, let me factorize. If I factorize this by grouping, I'll group them into 2. So the equation is now grouped into 2. So this means this is equal to 0 or this is equal to 0. This plus this is equal to 0. So let's see. I'm going to factorize this. I've grouped now. Let me factorize. Now, x into x will give me this, x squared. Plus x times 1 will give me x. Then I'll come to this one, plus 2 into x is going to give me 2x plus 1. 2 times 1 is going to give me 2. So the expression has been factorized. So therefore, since we have the same thing inside the bracket, I'm going to take 1 and leave the other one. So I have x plus 1 into the one outside, x plus 2 is equal to 0. This is the factorization of the expression. That's the factorization. So let's take another example, another question. Example 2. So we have p squared plus 7p plus 12 is equal to 0. Let's factorize. Look for two factors of 7, such that when you add or subtract, you are going to have 7. And then when you multiply, you have this. I think we are going to use 3 and 4, of course. 3 plus 4 will give you 7. There are other factors too, but those factors may not give you this. We have like 6 and 1, which will give you 7, but 6 and 1 will not give you 12. So you have to consider the product as well as considering the sum and the difference. You also consider the product of the two factors. It must give you this plus, not just 12, plus 12. So let's go. I'm using 3 and 4. So p squared plus 3p plus 4p plus 12 is equal to 0. Let me group now. I have p squared plus 3p close bracket plus 4p plus 12 is equal to 0. Let me factorize here. So I have p into p will give me p squared plus p into 3 will give me 3p, right? Plus 4 into p give me 4p. Then plus 4 times 3 give me 12. So now discover that, observe that we must have the same thing inside the bracket to know that we are on the right path. Once you are not having the same values in the bracket, my friend, check your workings, is not correct. So now we have the same thing inside the bracket. Let's take 1. So we take in p plus 3 into, I'm taking this outside, p plus 4 is equal to 0. Right, this is the factor of the expression. It has been factorized. This is the factor of the expression. So let's solve. Try this one and then put your answer in the comment section. Solve this one and put your answer in the comment section. Solve this. X squared plus 10x plus 21 is equal to 0. Please can you try this one and then put your answer in the comment section. Thank you.